Hello, I'm Ethan Sweeney, an Events, Public Spaces and Cultural Partnerships Assistant here at the Council and a Unite rep.
And I'm Joao Rees. I'm a People Support Officer at James Gillespie's High School and a Unite rep as well. Edinburgh has the highest GDP per person in the UK, and we are the 6th richest economy in the world. Still, 17% of people in Edinburgh, including 1 in 5 children, live in poverty. Though the Council's economic strategy focuses on poverty prevention, it seems that wealth creation is prioritised ahead of the well-being of ordinary people.
We appreciate that there's been a commitment to more investment in housing, with £1.6 billion being allocated to increasing the Council's housing stock. 472 of these homes are due to the hard work of our comrades in the Tenants' Union Living Rent, who we heard from earlier, whose relentless efforts ensured that some of the revenue from the visitor levy is used to build new affordable homes. Now, this is a step in the right direction, but it is by no means the final destination. This budget doesn't go far enough to even make a dent in tackling the housing emergency that we have here in Edinburgh. The Council's investment in so-called affordable housing includes mid-market options, which are exempt from future rent controls. So they offer absolutely no protection against the ongoing housing crisis. And we don't just need more houses, we need good jobs to build them. We want this boost in construction and refurbishments to result in more good council jobs and apprenticeships. And we hope that the Labour group will keep to their insourcing agenda and draw from the wealth of knowledge, skill and expertise that we have in-house, rather than outsourcing these projects to businesses that don't pay their workers a living wage.
The narrowing of the attainment gap is a welcome development as well. However, we must recognise who's doing the heavy lifting. Teachers who are already under immense pressure are now tasked with supporting students facing increasingly complex challenges as a result of the high poverty rates in this city. The excellent standard of council schools is sustained by some of the most experienced yet lowest paid and most vulnerable workers in the entire local authority. Pupil support assistants and under-support workers do essential, immeasurable amounts of work, yet their vague job description leaves them open to exploitation. Every day they work far beyond their remit to meet the needs of the young people they work with because they care deeply about helping them. Simply deploying more low-paid support workers does not solve the underlying crisis schools face regarding complexity of need both in mainstream and special education. Instead, it puts workers in situations with a higher level of unpredictability and risk. We sincerely hope that the proposed investment translates into a measurable decrease in the amount of violence support workers face on a daily basis, because you cannot bridge an attainment gap while the staff expected to close it are pushed to breaking point.
As council workers, we are proud to work for this city and for the people of Edinburgh, and we expect our employer to value us and protect us. But we are presented with a 3.5% pay rise against a 5% council tax hike. If we were council tenants, our rent would go up by 7%. This amounts to a real terms pay cut on council workers. Meanwhile, we are expected, and this is in the Council's own words, we are expected to continually deliver more with less resources. We are being squeezed tighter and tighter, from the housing crisis to the rising cost of living, and now council tax increases that our paychecks can't keep up with. If people continue to be driven into poverty, you cannot be surprised when they turn to the Council for help. And we keep being told that these measures are necessary to meet the rising demand for council services. But the reality is that squeezing ordinary working people creates increased demand for those same council services. And public-facing council employees are the ones who pay the price.
We're fully aware that some of the limitations and issues we have highlighted will point towards insufficient funding from the Scottish Government. We challenge the political parties group here and anyone to subscribe to Unite's campaign for fair funding for local authorities, and to scan this QR code to send a message with our demands to your MP down in London. Unite will pay the postage and will send them a postcard.
This is not the time to rest on your laurels. It's time to do more for working people in Edinburgh. We are taking the commitments made in this budget to increased investment for housing, health and social care and third sector partners as a sign that you are ready and willing to go further and do more. And we will be watching closely to make sure that you don't sit on your laurels and that you do fight tooth and nail on behalf of the people you're supposed to represent.
In the meantime, Unite the Union will continue to support our members and fight for a fairer and more equal Edinburgh. Thank you, and thank you to the council workers who helped put this budget together.